boy!
Catsat here, and we are back. In our last video, we discussed natural law. We barely scratched the surface. From the spiritual perspective, we see that we are in the unfortunate position of trying to make ourselves comfortable in an environment that is foreign to the inherent nature of the soul. With the curtain of illusion draped over us, we have adopted what the Vedas call Purusha, that is, the controlling tendency. We are trying to dominate our environment. The husband is trying to control the wife is trying to control the husband, man is dominating beast, the state tries to dominate its citizens, the citizens struggle to free themselves from the restrictions imposed by government. One nation tries to dominate another nation, and so on. It is unsurprising then that with such a strong controlling tendency, there is resistance to accepting the idea of a supreme controller.
No! No, 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 no! 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 Not this fucking time! No fucking way! No fucking way! No fucking way! No fucking way! You made me look a right cunt!
The atheist can accept nature's laws, but they cannot accept the controlling force behind her, that which impregnates the material energy and animates her. On one level, the reason for this is that force is beyond sense perception. They can't see it, so they cannot accept it. However, the underlying reason, the subconscious reason, is that which I mentioned before. They are addicted to the controlling tendency and cannot surrender that meager influence to a higher entity.
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
We all like the wisdom of Master Yoda, but do we realize, for example, that this quote of Yoda is straight out of the ancient Sanskrit texts of the Bhagavad Gita? Yoda says that fear is the path to the dark side, that fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering. In the Gita it has been written, quote, "While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them, and, from such attachment, lust develops, and from lust, anger arises. From anger, delusion arises, and from delusion, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool." Atheists can't accept scriptural evidence due to the aforementioned reasons. Their stubborn egos basically won't let them. They do, however, like Yoda, because he's got wisdom, and he's only a CGI image which has no existence outside of its 2D pixel reality. And he doesn't threaten their treasured independence. The Yoda, however, gets his wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita. Atheistic philosophers try and put their own stamp on reality with their own speculative theories, which are about as useful as pissing straight into a forced gale. The Vedic literatures nicely explain all of nature's laws, our relationship with nature, and the highest aspirations of mankind. Join us in part 2 as we go deeper. Cat Sat